Hey everyone, welcome to DevRunner. My name is Paul. I'm an endurance runner and an RRCA certified running coach, and this is episode number 10, the final episode in the Mile PR series. I'm happy to bring to you today the final few days of my training and, of course, the big race day, the big time trial event itself. So stick with me. This is an exciting one with a big finish. So stick with me. Here we go. All right, folks, it's Tuesday, May 31st, 2022, and yes, I'm here on my birthday, my 53rd birthday, at the track. I know I'm insane, but I couldn't think of something better to do with my day. You know, it just, it makes me feel better if I know I'm getting ready for Saturday with some active preparation. So here I am. It's 88 degrees Fahrenheit, it's 87% humidity. Today I will be running 12 by 200 meter repetitions and fusing some atoms into heavier elements as I go. So keep an eye open for that. If you're in the market for some helium or some iron, I'm in the market. Don't forget your sunscreen. Stay safe out there. This is going to be a long, hot summer. Gotta stay safe. Hey everyone, how's this for cell phone cinematography? I'm just sitting here on the bench after 3¼ miles of warm-up. I am now pulling off the trusty squishy Clifton 7s, which are quickly approaching end of life, to put on my fast, lean, mean Saucony Endorphin Pros, which are quickly approaching end of life. These guys have got probably 260 miles on them by now. But there's still just enough snap for me to be wearing them for workouts. I just want to report in, as I attempt to get these knots out, that yeah, the knee pain was there in the left knee today. The hip, no, not so much, I'm happy to say. But yeah, the first mile of my warm-up was all about sort of paying very close attention to that left knee and seeing if it was getting worse, better, or just remaining the same. But by mile 2, you know, it was like a 1 out of 10 pain-wise, but there nonetheless. So you know, who knows what's coming. Hopefully, as I lay off a little bit more with each passing day, leading up to Saturday and the time trial, the rest will do me good. I am trying not to resort to ibuprofen or anything like that, but you know, by Thursday night, if things haven't changed, I may start getting desperate and go to the heavy stuff. Hey folks, I literally just finished the 12th rep of my 12 200 meter repetitions. You won't believe this. If you watched my episode number 9 last week, you know that my Garmin watch was giving me trouble, not stopping at the end of each repetition when I whacked the button, and then continuing on to other laps and just being generally wonky and useless. Well, today took the cake. Just as I was finishing getting my Endorphin Pros on to run the repetitions, the watch immediately told me that it was critically low on battery and died. This, after I plugged it in before I went to sleep last night, when I unplugged it and put it on my wrist this morning, it said it was 100% good to go and gave me all indications that it was still super high on the charge, even as I got to the track today. So I actually ran all 12 repetitions using the stopwatch on my phone. You have to touch the screen to start it as I crossed the start line, and then I had to be careful to run with the phone in my hand while not touching the screen so that I didn't turn it off. Luckily, I managed to do that, believe it or not. And I got accurate readings on all 12. Hey everyone, it's Thursday, June 2nd, 2022. I just finished a 5-mile, I don't know what you'd call it, shakeout run, because I didn't run yesterday. It's 93 degrees, it's 98% humidity. It is a crucible. Hopefully it's crushed me into a mile time trial diamond. You ever heard something stupider than that? You have to work hard to remember something better than that one. Anyway, folks, I'm glad it's over. I'm going to try to do like 3 early tomorrow. You know, very early morning, so that I give myself a good 20 hours before the race with no running. This was rough. I will not sugarcoat it, but it's over, like I said. I'm going to go home and rehydrate. I think I'll get a protein mix going as well, and that'll be that. I don't even know how long this road man took me, like 42, 43 minutes, I don't know. It's there on the screen somewhere. Alright folks, we're getting down to the last of it before the big day. Thanks for sticking with me. Oh, by the way, I don't want to forget, you've probably, it's already happened by the time you see this, but go check out Daniela Joy's YouTube channel, because tonight the fitness friends are getting together on her channel for a 1-hour cavalcade of fun, and we always have fun together, talk about all things fitness, and it's always inspiring and motivational, and I've got so much sweat in my eyes and it's stinging so painfully badly. Alright folks, see you tomorrow. It's Friday, June 3rd, 2022. I just finished 3.15 miles. I'm going to go a little further than pi for some subconscious reason, apparently. And it's a mere 86 degrees and it's cloudy, and the humidity is in the high 80s, so ooh, it's a chilly day here in North Carolina. I'm just one to torture myself, so I'm wearing very little, despite that fact. And I took this one slow. It took me like 9 minutes and low 9s per mile on this one, trying to prove nothing except that I'm trying to keep my legs loose before tomorrow morning's big time trial, which is of course the reason you're all here watching this video. So let's see how long I can drag this out before we get to the actual track footage. Ooh, how's that for hubris? Just trying to keep you hanging on. Oh, let's take up those YouTube minutes. I'm actually going to leave this. I'm entertaining myself here. At any rate, folks. Yeah, we'll see what I got tomorrow. The good news is it only took me a 1/4 of a mile to get past the pain in my left hip on today's run, so that's progress. So a nice warm up tomorrow morning before sunup, once I'm down in South Carolina, should do the trick to get me ready to get as close to 5 minutes as I can. Alright folks, I don't know what else to share with you now. If I've got any more organized thoughts, I'll share them later. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Ready to go.
We have arrived. I want you to meet, if you haven't already met, and if you're not familiar with Michael Bartlett from our past time trials in past years here on DevRunner, you're meeting him now. He's getting ready for his 5K sub 20 attempt. And we've also got Dwayne here, who is going to accompany me at least on the mile attempt here. And maybe we'll also act as pacer for Michael. I'm planning to be a pacer for Michael, and here's me this morning, my beautiful self. All right, guys, I arrived here late. These guys were standing here waiting on me. We're in South Carolina in Fort Mill, so I don't want to kill a lot of time just yapping. We've got some warm-up ahead of us.
A little nervous, but it's all good. It's all in the good of training.
So what workouts have you been doing in prep for this?
I would say with the longer stuff, you know, like the half miles and a lot of 800 repeats. Been doing a little bit of 400s, you know, a little bit of 400s at the end of workouts, but mainly been training for the longer stuff. So really mile repeats. I did a phase of mile repeats as well. So just looking forward to seeing, you know, how fast I can crank that mile out.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, man, I'm excited.
All right, I'll do a 3, 2, 1 and we'll hit it. All right. I'm gonna probably tuck in behind you.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
And they leave me in the dust. You got this. Coming up on halfway. There we go, halfway. Let's go, Dwayne. Looking good. About 600 to go. Looking good, Paul. Very good, very good. 400 to go, almost hammer time. You want me to follow around? Keep it solid. Let's go, Dwayne! Hammer time. Looking strong.
Yes. Oh man,
That was crazy.
that was pain, folks.
I went out too fast.
I don't even know what I just did. Oh, terrible. Wow. 5:34, folks. There's some reality check for you.
I got 5.
5:12.
Oh, I got killed. Dwayne
Thought I was doing
freaking killed it.
You killed it, man. I don't think I went out too fast.
If y'all are wondering, I'm planning my revenge. For some reason, in the last year, it seems like I'm saying that sentence a little bit too much, folks. But I got to do better than 5:34. That was embarrassing, but I'm more than happy to share it all with you, because that's the reality of running. You know, there's nowhere to hide. If you're not ready, you're not ready, and it shows. So, folks, hats off to Dwayne for just killing it. 5:11 in serious heat and humidity. I hope I'm lucky enough to have Dwayne on the channel more regularly, because he's got one heck of a bright future as a runner, and I would love to be part of that in any way I can to help him achieve his running dreams. So I'm signing off for the day. All right, everyone, so you've made it through the last couple of months of training with me. You've made it through the big time trial day with me, and now it's time to talk about some of the details of the final result. I would be lying if I didn't tell you right off the bat that I'm a little bit disappointed with the final result. I think my fitness is better than is indicated by the final time of 5 minutes and 34 seconds. But considering the heat and the humidity on the day, considering that, you know, I went out a little bit hot on lap 1 and then had to try to make up for that with the remainder of the race, I couldn't have expected really much more than what I got. I will try this again in a few months when the temperatures have, you know, cooled down and calmed down here in North Carolina. I'm sure I'm capable of a 5:20 at the very least with the very same training. But, you know, that's neither here nor there at the moment. I'd have to say that I went out a little bit hot in lap 1 there. I should have contained myself a little bit better so that I could pace myself a little bit more evenly throughout the mile. The good news is, if you take a look at some of the stats as they flash on the screen here, you know, I think that my heart rate is a good indicator. You know, it started out there in the mid 140s, and then in the back half, you can see as the heat and the humidity sort of started keeping that heat in my body. I couldn't dissipate it fast enough. My heart rate, you know, started to spike and went up into the high 150s, 160 area. So, you know, my body was doing its best to continue to supply the oxygen and the ability for my body to cool itself, but, you know, it couldn't do it in the heat. Beyond that, folks, I think, you know, looking back, I probably should have done a little bit more work where I was extending my speed on my fast track workout days. I think the 200s were good. I think the 400s were probably necessary. I probably should have pushed to some 800 repetitions towards the end there, and I probably would have benefited by running some sample miles there. I will take a crack at it again next week just for fun, but you know, keep in mind, I am now going into a phase of my training where I am building my mileage, my weekly mileage higher and higher, so I will be going into any future mile time trials far more fatigued than I was for this one. So, that being said, the heat is only going to continue to increase here in North Carolina over the next couple of months as well. So it is what it is. I am excited that I got to try this. It was a first for me, even though I am 53 years old. I had fun training for a mile instead of the usual longer stuff. It was a fun diversion. I hope you learned something along the way. I thank all of you for being a part of this and encouraging me along the way as I trained. Your comments and your questions just kind of kept me fueled and motivated and inspired. So thank you all for following along. With that said, folks, I don't want to belabor this. We're on to better things, more fun coming in the very near future. But I'll save the big reveal for what's coming next for a separate video. For now, I just want to say thank you to all of you one more time. And I want to encourage you to get healthy, stay strong, and keep pushing. Peace out. I'll catch you in the next one, folks. Bye-bye.